METAMORPHOSES by Ovid. Book 13. Ajax and Ulysses in the arms of Achilles. Captains took their seats, the rank and file stood in a circle round. Then Ajax rose, lord of the sevenfold shield, now quick as ever to anger, and turned his smouldering gaze towards the fleet that lay among Sigeum's shore, and pointing to them cried, "Before these ships, by Jupiter, I plead my cause, and my opponent is Ulysses." Yet he had no qualms in giving way to Hector's brands, which I withstood, which I forced from this fleet. It's safer then to fight with lies than face a foe in arms. But I've no way with words, nor he with action. In the battle line of bloody war I'm master, so is he master of language. Yet I'm sure no words, my friends, need tell my exploits. Your own eyes have seen them. Yet let Ulysses speak of his, done without witness, only known tonight. The prize is splendid, true, but honor's lost with such a rival. There's no pride for Ajax in winning anything Ulysses wants, great though this is. Ulysses even now gains from this contest, since when he has lost, he will be known to have matched himself with me. I, though my valor were in doubt, would be in noble birth his better. My great father was Telamon, who took the walls of Troy with valiant Hercules, and reached the shores of Colchis on the ship from Thessaly. His father's Ajax, who sits as judge there in that silent world where Sisyphus strains at his heavy stone. And Jove most high claims Ajax and owns him as his son. Ajax is therefore third in line from Jove. But count this link as nothing in my cause, were it not common too to great Achilles. He was my cousin, a cousin's arms I claim. You, son of Sisyphus, his living likeness in treachery and tricks, why graft the stock of Ajax with a strange family's name? And shall I be refused these arms for this, that I took arms before him, needed no one to expose me? Shall he seem the better man, who took them last, feigned madness to escape service, until a shrewder man than he, though less to his own profit, Nauplius' son, revealed his coward's tricks and forced him to the arms he shirked and shunned? And shall he take the best because he wanted to take none? And shall I lose my glorious cousin's gift, disgraced, because I faced the dangers first? Would that his madness had been real indeed, or else believe so, and he never joined our company against the walls of Troy to counsel crime. We'd not have had the guilt of leaving Philoctetes to his fate on Lemnos, hiding in the forest caves, moving, they say, the rocks with his laments, and calling curses on Laertes' son, curses, if gods exist, not called in vain. Now he who took the oath of arms with us, one of our captains, he to whom Hercules bequeathed his arrows, now, alas, laid low by hunger and disease, must find from birds his food and clothing, driven thus to employ those arrows meant to seal the fate of Troy. Still he's alive, because he did not keep Ulysses company. Poor Palamedes, likewise, would rather have been left behind. He'd be alive, or would at least have died without dishonor, he, whom that man there, too well remembering how disastrously his madness was exposed, trapped with a charge, trumped up, that he'd betrayed the cause of Greece, and showed the gold that he himself had buried, to prove him guilty. So, by death or exile, he undermines our army. So it is Ulysses fights, and so he must be feared. In eloquence he may perhaps surpass even loyal Nestor, yet he'll not convince me, try as he may, that he was free from guilt when he abandoned him. The tired old king, slowed by his horse's wound, cried out for help, cried to Ulysses, who betrayed his friend. And Diomede knows well this charge is true. He shouted to Ulysses, shouted his name, and cursed his cowardly friend who ran away. The gods' regard for men's affairs is just. See, he needs help, who would not help. Yes, he who left his friend should have been left in turn. He'd set the rule himself. He cries to his friends. I'm there and see him trembling, pale with fear, cowering from instant death. I shielded him, my massive shield above him as he lay, and saved, small praise in that, his feeble life. If you still choose to challenge, let's go back to the same spot. Bring back the enemy, your wound and usual terror. Hide yourself behind my shield and fight it out with me. But when I'd saved him, he, too weak and with wounds to stand, ran off, and no wound slowed his flight.